This is how to choose the right database in system design. SQL or relational is great when you have like a banking application, government, health records, stuff that needs to be very consistent. So again, SQL has those ACID principles in place so that you're going to have atomicity, things are all or nothing, consistent data, it's never stale, isolated, so different events don't affect each other, and it's durable. If you need something like that, especially just like a metadata database, SQL is a great idea. You'd likely want to use a document store if you have semi sort of unstructured data. I don't like that. Like, really, what does that mean? For me, honestly, document stores like Mongo, it's just when you want to have fast development and a lot of the same sort of stuff like SQL, because generally they're going to have those ACID principles as well. So it's going to be a little bit slower, but as a developer, it's going to be really easy to use. A key value store, like for example, Redis, is super important if you need speed. So high speed and not so much durability, like an in-memory cache, then key value stores are the best you can do for that. A graph database is always going to be used if you have some sort of a social graph. So say user A is friends with user B and they're friends with user C. If you would ever want to go deep down this graph, like with a DFS or a BFS, then you would definitely want a GraphDB. A wide column database, like for example Cassandra, is going to be really useful in sort of a fast environment. So if you need something durable, key value stores aren't very durable, but they're a little bit faster. Wide column is great because they are generally durable, but they're going to be faster than SQL and document stores, at least with stuff like time series and analytics. So use these where applicable, but once you master them, they're actually very useful. And finally, there's vector databases, which would be used if you need something like similarity search or RAG. Anything where you're sort of comparing things, you don't need exact measurements, but you need sort of loose similarity. Vector databases are a great way to do that. Follow me for more.